Welcome to Edubench Lite video tutorial. In this session, we'll be seeing information related to the inventory part of this software. The inventory part of this software, as you see provided over here, has lot of functions, among which there are category and items, inventory sales, return items, return to supplier. You will be using this part of the software basically for your sales and your returns. It means that your school might be having a lot of different departments, like it could be having a sales department that would be responsible for selling few of the products. A lot of schools nowadays has sells the uniforms. They have their own stationaries, they have their own book stalls. So if your school wants to keep a track of all those products, keep a track of the sales of those products particularly, and keep a track of the suppliers information related to the suppliers of the product, you can use this part of the software. So first, initially you should suppose your school might be having, for an example, your school might be into the business of selling the uniforms. So you can buy the uniforms either from the say a particular supplier or a lot of suppliers, or you can have a lot of different products under the same supplier. For example, your school might be taking a uniform from a supplier called Mahesh Garment. He might be ordering the badges of the students, the ties, the belts, and the related products, all the stuff from the same supplier. So you should also add categories for along with the supplier names, so that you can divide your suppliers into the categories. You can divide the products into the proper categories. Let me show you a demo of this. First, click on the category and items. Under this, you can find two tabs, search tab and one more is add tab. Once you click on the add tab, here you can find few things: supplier, categories, items. Using the supplier field, you should add supplier names. These could be anything, any organization from which you are buying your products. For an example, I'll be adding a supplier called Rupesh Garments. So I have added a supplier called Rupesh Garments. So Rupesh Garments basically is involved into a lot of stuff. He's involved into uniforms. Involved into selling of school belts. So I need to add those categories as well. School uniforms. Then I even want to take belts from him. So what all things are required by your school, you should mention the categories over here. And once you are done with this stuff, so this sections basically tells uh, keeps a track of information of the supplier from whom you are buying your products, and the category of products which you are putting the supplier into. And along with this, you will be even mentioning the price, your purchase price. As you type the purchase price, the software itself gives you a price per item basis. And you also mention the sale price, the amount you will be deciding to sell the product. Along with this, you will be giving the quantity of items, how many items you are purchasing from the particular supplier. So for an example, these are the Mahesh Garments or Rupesh Garments I'm selecting, and I need to I'm buying some things like school uniforms. So I'll be selecting the category school uniforms over here, and the supplier name Rupesh. As you have remembered, I've given the supplier name over here and the categories over here. So this, once I'm done with this, I can see the related values over here. So Rupesh Garments, I am buying school uniforms. Item name I need to mention school dresses. The number of items, I need to mention it over here, 50 for an example. So total amount I'll be spending on this, if I spend 600, I'll be getting each item 12 rupees. So if I sell it, uh, suppose for an example I'm spending an amount of 15,000 on this. So with this, each uniform price comes to 300. So I'll be selling it for suppose 350. It goes on like this. The amount you'll be mentioning it over here. The per item basis it will be over here. So as of here I'm giving an amount of 20,000, and each item is I'm getting each item for 400 rupees, and I'll be selling it for 450. Total number of items I'll be purchasing from this Rupesh Garments supplier would be 50. So I'll be adding it finally. That's it. Once done with this, now similarly I can add for an example classmate. One more supplier I have already added. Now I am selecting the classmate. The category I have already added few of the categories over here. I'll be selecting books categories. I'll be mentioning the item name. I'll be mentioning the quantity of items, suppose 200 for an example. The price, total price I'll be spending on this. For example, I'll be spending 10,000, or suppose I'll be spending 7,000 for an example. So each book I'll be getting for 35 rupees. I'll be selling it for 40 rupees. So this is how you add your information related to your suppliers, the categories and the items which you are buying from the suppliers. So it keeps tracks of all these. Now, so in the search tab, you can select a particular supplier and you can search the supplier to get all the suppliers information, search the categories to see all the categories information, search the items to see the related items information. For this you need to mention the name of the supplier and the category and then the item in order to see it properly. Now this is about category and items and adding of the category and items. Now let's come to inventory sales. For an example, I have recently added some of the products like notebooks. Suppose I am using this software to sell the notebook to a particular parent. For that I need to click on inventory sales part. Under this, I need to remember the enrollment number. Like I will be selling it for 1002. That is second standard section A Vinay Kumar. This is a particular record. This is a particular student to whom I'll be selling a particular item. So I need to select the item for that I'll be selling to this particular student. The item will be category will be books. Item name will be like notebooks. I'll be selling notebook to a student belonging to second class section A. So as you can see here, as soon as I have done this, based on my previous information, entered information, here is the list of item price, available quantity and total number of quantities. Once I need suppose the student buys 2 books, so I need to mention the number of the quantity he's buying from me over here and simply add it to the sales. Once I am done with this, you can see the list. There comes a record over here in the list. Now once I receive the amount from the parents, I'll simply click on the pay button over here. So it asks, are you sure you want to proceed for the payment? I'll simply click yes. Once done, it generates a bill to me. As you can see over here in the bill, it mentions the school name and related record which we have previously entered. Under the inventory sales, it gives a receipt number. This receipt number can be used for tracking the bills, uh, from all the bills. Here it gives the receipt number, then the student name and the category, the item which he is buying, total amount, and the paid amount. Entire thing you can see it on the bill. You can simply print the bill by clicking on the print button and issue it to the customer, or you can close it. So this is how you use this inventory software to add the suppliers information, the categories and list of items. And when selling, you can use the inventory sales. This function, this tab will be used for you to simply select the related items that are there in your database, that are there in your product list, and just sell it like this. So that's it for now in this video. In the next session we'll be seeing the rest of the two modules. Thank you.